How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Ultimate Joe. Today's Wednesday. It's our boxing day. We're going to head over to Fight and Fitness. We're going to hook up with our pro, and then me and Shannon are going to go through a mega workout. See you there.
Ultimate Joe.
How's it going, everybody? Josh Hayes with you guys from Fight and Fitness with my main man, Paris Alexander. This is the guy that's going to teach us everything we need to know about boxing, bit by bit. And, by the end of it, maybe you'll see him beating us all up. So first things first, Paris, what do you think we should go over?
I've always considered the jab the most important punch in boxing. All right, it should be long and strong, straight and true. You know, the jab sets up everything else. You look at the great fighters, most of the great fighters had great jabs. You know, the physical part, let's face it, the physical part of boxing, anybody can throw a punch or block a punch. But it's different when you have to deal with all the mental aspects of boxing, such as your family's watching, your friends are watching, a huge crowd is watching, your title is on the line. You know, I mean, so let's face it.
Beat up, coming back from that.
You know, it could be a very humbling experience. Right. So, boom, first thing about a jab. First thing that jab should do is I tell people, is a jab should give your opponent cause for concern. A jab is not going to scare someone to death, but it should give them concern. They should be concerned about the jab hitting them. They should be concerned about getting a bloody lip or a bloody nose if it lands. So the first thing a jab has got to do is got to be a punch that makes the opponent concerned about it. Now, of course, if you have the nice technique, this concern will come. So jab, it's all about extending and stepping at the same time. Now, each different opponent, each different person has different reach. You know, you've got to make sure you find your reach. You know, you never want to be crowded yourself. You always want to make sure you're at the end of your punches. You want to keep your opponent at the end of the shots in general. So in boxing, the jab is so important because it helps you find your reach. It helps you find where you can throw. So again, here we go. I'm gonna start throwing that jab now. Pop it off, nice and smooth. Like I said, a jab should be long and strong, straight and true, and should give the opponent concern. Now, he's not scared of that jab, but I can assure you he is concerned with it. Why? Because if it lands, it's gonna pop that lip, right? I'm not trying to kill him with it. I'm trying to get him concerned about the jab. And he's concerned with it, all right? So again, that's what we're looking for. Same thing when he throws. If he throws his jab, throw your jab. I'm looking, boom, that's right, nice and straight. A jab should be concerned. Your jabs, you know, jabs, if it lands, here you go, land. If it lands, you should put something on them that's gonna give them concern with what's going on. So what a jab should do now, when you want to throw a proper jab, first thing is it should extend itself out. I see a lot of people when they throw their jabs, the elbow goes up first, then it goes out. This is incorrect because it lets the person know when the jab is coming. A jab should telescope from the original starting position, telescope out toward the opponent. Right at the end of the punch, the palm goes down, set it up. You get full extension, you put a little bit of the shoulder into the punch, and then you reset it back in the spot where it begun. That's in super slow-mo is what happens. Again, it goes out, right at the end, I turn down a little bit, a little shoulder in there, and then back. So in fast motion, of course, that's it. Now you gotta make sure that you don't moon. A lot of people moon. What's mooning? When you throw a jab, and then you come down like this, and then come up, that's mooning. And usually what will come will be that right hand will come. Some good guy will jab you, throw it, bam, and you get your teeth knocked out. So you must make sure that when you jab, it goes out from the chin, back to the chin. Out to the chin, back to the chin. And you notice when I jab again, another thing a lot of people do is they like to do the bunny hop. The bunny hop is when you pop up. Boom, a lot of people like to do this. Pop up. Shouldn't have to pop up when you're jabbing. When I jab, you notice my hand, if everything stays mostly still, I'm not giving away that I'm about to throw a punch. Everything's nice and still, then I telescope it out, boom, and then I snap it back. It's nice and smooth. And then double. So you notice the whole time I never gave away what was coming for him. The jabs were true, it was straight and concise, it replaced itself, reset itself all automatically nice and smooth. So again, when you throw that jab, it should be long and strong, straight and true. Palm should be down when it lands. And a lot of people ask, because a lot of people, they land their jab. A lot of people will land their jab and they won't turn it over. They say, Paris, is there really a big difference in turning it over? And I say, all you gotta do is just look. Notice when I have the hand out. Notice when I turn it over, how more of my body becomes involved in the shot. Not only does the shoulder come up to help protect the chin, but it just adds more of the whole upper body to the punch in your. So just imagine just doing that in fast motion, because that's all you're doing. All right, so that's why you want to turn it over. Landing your jab like this isn't bad, but it's not everything. If you turn it over, now I can land punch, and if I miss, And if he happens to get a lucky shot there, I might be able to get blocked, part of it partially blocked away, and able to reset. All right? So again, a good jab is one that is piston straight, pops itself out nice and smooth, and resets itself. The chin doesn't pop up. The other hand doesn't go down. Everything stays nice and smooth, because this is something else. One of the other most common mistakes you'll see people doing in boxing when they throw it is they'll flap. Flapping is when you go like this. When they throw and the other elbow is flapping up. That's flapping up. That's one of the most common mistakes I see people make. And doing that is, if you get someone who knows what they're doing, they're going to catch that first jab, slide over on the second jab, and your ribs are going to get broke down there. Bang, right? So again, you notice when I throw my jab, that elbow's right there where it belongs. It doesn't move. I don't give away that I'm gonna throw the jab. Too often people want to give away they've got the jab. They lift the head, put the head back. You should be able to disguise. Good technique disguises when it's going. Boom. That jab is hard and smooth. Boom. So I'm not having to sock myself out and try to rev up and get power for it. It stayed powerful. It was powerful from the get-go. Nice and smooth. It's out there. It's straight. The other hand's up. So even if I miss, I reset and I try again. I'm not trying too hard, taking my time with it and letting it go. Same thing if he's with jab. Boom. Just catch it and jab. Boom. So right there.
There we have it. That right there is the best way to throw a jab from our main man, Paris. Thanks a lot, bro.
My pleasure, brother. My pleasure.
See you next time.
Live long, hit long.
The warm-up jump rope is a skill I still haven't mastered, but I'm getting better. We started out our day with warm-up, and then the high hands and light feet, and then a quick wrap before the boxing. Now, we did 10 rounds, about 3 minutes each. That's that irritating noise in the background. Starting with some shadow boxing, which is basically just punching the air. The first punch we worked with is the jab. We worked with combos, the 1, the 1-2, the 1-2-3, and by the way, the 1 is just the left jab, and then the 1-2 is the left jab, right cross. The 1-2-3 is left jab, right cross, left hook. The 1-2-3-4 is left jab, right cross, left jab, right cross. Are you confused yet? Believe me, I was too. By the time we added the 1-2-3-4-5, I was done with math for the day. I try not to look foolish, but there's a delay every time he calls out a punch combination. I'm thinking about everything. There's no instinct in me yet, but Josh assures me that given time, the instinct will come. So after we worked on each set, we went into a punch drill where Josh put on the gloves, or put on the mitts, and I used the gloves, and he would call out punch combinations, and I would hit the punch combinations, 1, 1-2, 1-2-3, etc., until I could kind of get the rhythm down. The last thing we added for the day were the 2 blocks, the jab block and the left hook duck. With these 2, we had a little defense, and then finally we brought it all together in an uncoordinated ballet of my non-skill. This was not one of the more physically demanding days, but definitely one of the more mentally challenging ones. There was no instinct in me. I was thinking about everything that I was doing, which is a little frustrating, but it'll come. I know it'll come. Oh, and by the way, Josh heard me complain about it not being a physically demanding day, so he decided he'd throw some sit-ups in there just to make me a little happier. Now, for those of you following along at home, we did 10 minutes of jump rope, our normal warm-up on these days, and then we did 2 rounds or 6 minutes of shadow boxing combos, 50 each, just to practice the punching forward and backwards, getting the movement down. We went through 9 minutes of punch combos with gloves, focusing on moving the feet, and then we went through 6 minutes of going through the blocks, both the jab and the left hook to start, and then we finished it up with 3 rounds or 9 minutes of combos plus blocks plus the footwork, kind of bringing it all together. And then, of course, for a little dessert, 3 minutes of sit-ups to close it out.
Yet, but you should notice, his footwork's getting better, his hands are getting a little bit better, his stepping is getting a little bit more fluid. If he saw a tape of himself yesterday and today, he'd realize he's already improving, right? And especially, I know he's nervous about the jump rope, but we're gonna have the jump rope fixed. It's gonna be good. By the time he's done, he's gonna feel like he's a pro. So, congratulations, my friend. Yeah, tomorrow. Good. Yeah,